Was Pittsburgh in their own heads in the red zone? If you look at what they did or didn't do against Kansas City, and then with New England, you can't win games against New England if you're kicking field goals.
No, I don't understand why they don't run the ball more, especially given their receiver issues. I mean, how many times are they going to throw the ball to Sammy Coates? 3rd and 1, you're throwing a bomb to a guy that catches the ball, I don't know, 25% of the time. I mean, they really, really missed Martavis Bryant, and knowing that they don't have him, then you got to run the ball more than they did. I don't know why they did that, but then again, Dan, I don't know why they did a lot of things they did. I mean, they had a 3-man rush most of the game. Anybody that's ever watched the Patriots and Brady lose a playoff game knows you have to hit them. Look at the Giants. Look at the Broncos. You have to hit them. Instead, I'm watching Bud Dupree and James Harrison drop back into coverage more than half the time, 3-man rush. It's like the game plan, Dan, was to hope that the greatest quarterback of all time has a bad day. I mean, that's not a plan.
Well, Mike Tomlin said that they couldn't get to Brady, but I thought you have to sell out at some point and say, if we don't get to him, then we're dying. We're going to die a quick death here.
Yeah, it's either going to be a quick death or a slow death, and I haven't died yet, but I'd rather have a quick death. I don't want a slow death. So at least come with, 4 or 5 guys. They blitzed one time. It got picked up, and that's when Brady had like 5 seconds to throw that first touchdown pass to Hogan. And it's almost like they got gun-shy at that point. And I asked Tomlin at halftime, I said, Mike, you going to pressure him more? He said, maybe, but no matter what the call is, we got to execute better. Our young guys are playing a little scatterbrained, is what he told me, and it showed. I mean, Artie Burns, they had a rough day. I expected a lot more from the Steelers, Dan. That was really disappointing.
The Falcon game, I don't know how much you got to watch that, but watching that, it feels like the difference is the defense is now reputable. We knew the offense was great, but how formidable is Atlanta now?
They're very legit. I think if you look at the last 2 drafts, especially on defense, it's been unbelievable. I mean, Scott Pioli took over the drafts 2 years ago. Jalen Collins, Vic Beasley, Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, DeAndre Campbell. It's been unbelievable, which is why, by the way, Dan, if I'm the Niners, I am doing everything in my power to bring Kyle Shanahan and Scott Pioli, both those guys, to my team. That would be a home run. And then offensively, I think people are finally realizing what we're seeing here, which is this is the greatest show on turf stuff. I mean, top 5 yards per play ever. Matt Ryan, number 1 yards per attempt ever. And now that they've actually won, they're going to the Super Bowl. I think over the next 2 weeks, they'll probably finally get the credit they deserve for being one of the all-time great offenses.
But is offense or defense going to win the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, as good as they've played, I don't really envision them holding Brady and the Patriots to less than 24. So I think probably 27-24 is the score of the game one way or the other, and probably the higher scoring it gets, the better for the Falcons. The strength of the Patriots defense is that secondary.
Yeah.
McCourty, Malcolm Butler, Logan Ryan had a great year. I don't know that the Falcons are going to be able to put up 35, 38, especially with, Belichick and Patricia having that much time to break it down. I think it'll be a great game. I think yesterday was proof, Dan, that the 2 best teams won, and the 2 teams that deserve to be there will be there. The shame of it, though, is the Cowboys and the Chiefs would have given us much better games yesterday, but that's obviously not how it played out.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.